causing some disasters also, right? We have learned that cloud formation won't happen without the important role of oceans here, right? The oceans contributes greatly in the formation of clouds. Okay, so
Yeah.
about the tsunami also we have learned that suppose if under the ground there has been an earthquake, so what will happen? That earthquake will displace huge amount of water and that will create huge waves,
Yeah.
right? And that you can see here. So as the wave will approach near the land, so it will lead into tsunami. The coastal areas will be flooded. Okay, people will die. People will have to flee from that place. Okay, na? Or suppose under the ground, if there has been a volcanic eruption also under the ocean, so that will also trigger a tsunami. Okay. Then we have learned that in the year 2004 there was this tsunami, there was this earthquake. Okay, na? That further led to tsunami because one of the reason for tsunami is basically earthquake, na? Right? So where I told you that there was an earthquake in Indonesia that had hit many countries, including India, right now,
Yeah.
and around 2 lakh or 200,000 people lost their lives in that tsunami.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Now today we are going to learn about the continents in detail. Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the continents, first of all, let's look at the image. Like, how many continents do you see here?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, you're seeing 7 continents, right? So what we see that in total there are 7 major land masses which we can see here. These are 7 major land
Only.
masses. One, two, three, four, five, six, and seven. The Antarctica
Yeah.
and the white over here. And all these continents they are distinguished by their size, meaning they are different from one another in terms of their size, in terms of their shape, in terms of the climate that is there, in terms of the number of people that are living in there, meaning that in terms of
Yeah.
population, right now. And
Yeah.
together all these continents, we had learned together all these 7 major continents, these 7 major continents, they amount, I mean to say, they account for the 29% of the Earth's total land surface. They account for the total of Earth's surface right now.
Yeah.
So, meaning they basically takes 29% of Earth's surface.
How?
Earth's surface. You're saying how? If suppose if we were to say that this is a pie chart, okay, this is a pie chart, and that is representing the total surface area of the Earth. So in that pie
Yeah.
chart, so this 29% is the share of the land only.
Yeah. Landmarks are more than 72 or 70,
S-
71% of water.
Exactly. Like that. Like that. So if we were to basically calculate the total area of the Earth, so out of that, 29% will go for the Earth's land surface. Okay. By the way, so I will take a pause and I wanted to discuss this important thing with you. See, it has been a while since you have been studying maths, right? More than a month, I would say. So the chapter fraction, we have completed that chapter. Okay. In that, we have learned some fundamental concepts like simplest form of fraction or basically lowest form of fraction. They are the same thing. Equivalent fractions, proper and improper fraction. Okay, let me quickly discuss that for 5 minutes. Then we're going to resume with this. Okay, Sai.
Yeah.
Before,
I have a doubt in lowest term and simple form of fraction.
they are the
I
same
don't.
thing.
Yeah.
Whether we say lowest term or simplest form of the fraction, they are nothing, not different. They are same thing. Okay. Okay, Sai. In
Yeah.
some book, you will be finding it written as simplest form, some places as lowest form. So don't get confused in that. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, the definition means that no, a fraction in the form, a fraction which does not have any common factor other than one. A fraction in which the numerator and denominator does not have any common factor other than one. Such a fraction is called a simple fraction, simplest fraction.
Okay.
Like take an example of 3 upon 5. So what are the factors of 3 and 5 here? Factors of 3
or
are 1 and 3 only.
yeah, 1 and 3 prime
Factors,
numbers.
don't say prime number over here. Okay, 1 is not a prime number here, but 3 is a prime number. See, factors are those number which divides another number. Like 3 can be divided by 1 and by itself. So 1 and 3 are the factors of 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then 5 can be divided by 1 and 5.
And 5 only, right? So the only common factor that they share is 1 now.
Yeah.
So it is in the simplest form. Understood now?
Okay.
This is said to be in the simplest form. But suppose if it was 6 upon 10. Okay, Sai.
Okay.
So this is not in the simplest form. Why? Because now the factors of 6 and 10 are as such. For 6, the factors are, tell me.
6 factor is
Uh,
1, 2,
hmm
3,
hmm.
and 6.
Very good.
Yeah,
And for 10?
10.
Hmm,
1, 2, 1,
hmm.
2, 5, 10.
Uh, Very good. Now you're getting it. But here there's a problem in this now. Like we are having 1 as a common factor, correct? But 2 is also a common factor, no?
Yeah.
So this is not a simplest, not in the simplest form.
Okay.
I hope you are understanding it.
Yeah.
Good. But now suppose if we have to convert a fraction into the simplest form, what do we need to do that? What do we need to do? Take the same example of 6 upon 10. It is not in the simplest form. So in a step number 1, take their HCF. Okay, so I take the HCF. So
Okay.
you have learned about how to find HCF, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, while you are taking HCF now, you are not going to divide 6 with 10. It's not like that. The bigger number 10 will be divided with 6. Understanding what I'm saying? It's like you have to take the HCF, meaning take HCF of 6 and 10. So 6 will be written over here. Here goes the 10. 6 ones are 6. Okay. 10 minus 6, 4. So now this 6 will be written in place of the divided here. Getting it, Sai? 4 ones are 4. 6 minus 4, 2.
Yeah.
And now finally, 4 is written over here. So 2 twos are 4. So what is the HCF here? What is the HCF in this? This 2 now?
6.
No.
It's
Last divisor is the HCF. Last divisor
2.
is the HCF, meaning
HCF.
2. Okay. So now in step number 1 was completed. Now step 2, divide numerator and denominator both by the HCF you have found. So 6 upon 10 meaning 6 divided by 2, right? And 10 divided by 2. That is going to give you how much? Tell me quickly.
6. Um,
Divide 6 by 2 now.
yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Divide it quickly.
6 twos are 12. Hello, sir.
Sai, you are supposed to divide it, not multiply. 6 has to be divided. When we divide a number, this is how we divide numbers. No, 2 3s are 6. So 3 is the
Oh, that's
quotient here.
like okay.
That's why I'm saying you really need to work on the basics. Okay, now we'll be having some class where we'll be discussing some basic operations on number. Now 10 divided by 2 will be 10 divided by 2
Sir,
will be
it's
2.
2. Sir, it's 5, 5.
5, no?
Yeah.
3.5. Okay. Okay. So the simplest form is now 3 upon 5. 3 upon 5 is the simplest
Yeah, it's
fraction
3
here.
upon, sir. I understand that. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, no need to say thanks by the way. See, basically the thing here, Sai, there are few things which I have observed. Some areas where you need to work upon. First thing is basic operations on mathematics. Basic operations on mathematics. Today, after the class, you'll be getting some questions on basic operations on mathematics. This you won't be getting from the website, but on the WhatsApp number, this will be shared. There'll be questions on
Yeah,
addition.
PDF.
Yes, exactly. PDF. Subtraction, multiplication, and division. Questions will be given on these four basic operations of mathematics. Second, you will be given a list of tables from 8 till 20 because I'm assuming you must have memorized it till 7 at least. Okay. So you will have to memorize these tables. Otherwise, calculation will take too much of time if you don't memorize it. Okay, Sai?
Okay, sir.
So table is very very important for you to memorize. If you don't, you will be facing this problem for a long period of time. Okay, na? Okay. Okay, and also whatever I tell you here, make sure you follow it in at home. If I tell you to memorize something, you have to memorize it. Okay, na? If you want to see improvement, you have to follow what I say. Now let's get back to this topic. Okay. So by the way, in other subjects you are doing actually good. In maths also you're not doing that bad, but you need to work a little bit on that at home. Okay. So question, how many continents are there? So we have learned that when we take a look at the map of the of oceans here, there we can see the continents also. Right. But we see counting them is not a straightforward as the number can vary between 4 and 7 depending on how they are grouped together, how they are grouped. So there are different reasons for different counts, right? And there are different reasons for different counts. Okay. Like suppose talking about North America and South America. Usually they are considered two separate continents, but they can also be seen as one single landmass. Okay, na? They can also be seen as one single landmass because they almost look like connected here. Getting it, side. North America and South
Yeah,
America, they seem to be different, but they almost look like connected landmass. Okay. Talking about Europe and Asia. Although you see Europe and Asia, they form a single landmass. You see, Europe and Asia, they are actually connected together now, isn't it?
yeah,
Right? They are connected. Huh? Like, see, for example, Africa and Asia. Okay, like Africa, or let's say Africa or South America, they are completely separated now. But here, Europe and Asia, they are joined together. Are although forming one landmass, but they are often seen as two continents due to their distinct historical and cultural developments. Getting it?
okay.
Like the history of Europe and history of Asia have been different. History of Europe and Asia have been different from one another actually.
Yeah,
So that is also one of the reason why they are two different land masses. Okay. Oftentimes, geologists will be referring to these two continents together as Eurasia. Eurasia is Asia plus,
Europe and Asia.
exactly. Together they are read as Eurasia. Okay,
Yeah,
understood that. Good.
yeah,
Further, if you were to talk about Africa and Eurasia now, so these are typically regarded as two separate continents, but sometimes they are counted as one. Sometimes this
counted as one.
Africa and Eurasia, sometimes they can be
Yeah, it's
counted
right
as
there.
one, like that. Okay. So if you were to if you were to count it, like if we were counting total four continents, so they will be as follows. That will be Africa and Eurasia, America, Antarctica, and Australia. Over here, look over here. Africa and Eurasia. Africa
Yeah,
and Eurasia. Okay.
Asia.
Next, we'll be having America over here. North America and South America combined together called as America. Then you
Yeah,
will have
America.
Australia and then Antarctica. So
Yeah,
they can be counted as four, or they can be counted as five also, or can be counted as six also. But today, the most commonly used count is actually seven. Okay, na?
yeah, sir.
Back in the day, in many books, we will found the count as four, five, or six, but the most widely accepted count is actually seven.
Okay.
Okay, because this keeps it clear. This clears out the confusion. Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. Look over here, right? So we will try to name the different oceans in this. Okay, now take a look
okay.
at the map and try to answer the different oceans over here.
The first one is Indian Ocean there.
One second, one
That's
second. Let me name the oceans over here. Okay, na? Oceans, one, two, that's three, four, five. Okay, that's five. So name all these oceans here.
first one. Third is Indian Ocean.
No, no. Okay, third one, Indian Ocean. Okay, correct, correct. Hmm. Second, what about this second?
Second, uh, second it's you know, Antarctica. Ah,
Antarctica is the continent now.
okay, Atlantic Ocean.
No, no. Atlantic Ocean is the first one. This is Atlantic Ocean, the S shape. I told you, no, the S-shaped ocean
Star.
is Atlantic Ocean.
Okay.
You can see here how it is kind of like that S-shaped.
Fourth one is Pacific Ocean.
Fourth one, very good. That is Pacific Ocean, indeed it is. Hmm.
Fifth one is Arctic Ocean.
Correct, it is Arctic Ocean.
That is Southern Ocean.
Very good. That is Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean is also known by another name.
Uh, it's Arctic Ocean.
No, Arctic Ocean already you said, na. This is
Ah,
Arctic Ocean. So that is Antarctic Ocean, okay?
Antarctic Ocean.
Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is it. Now let's name the different continents.
Okay.
I'll be naming it first. I'm just numbering it first, okay? So you have one, you have got two, three, four, five, six, and then seven over here.
Seven. Seven. Okay. First one is Asia.
Correct.
Seventh one is Europe.
Seventh one is zero betas.
Second one is Africa.
Good,
Third one is Australia.
good.
Fourth one is South America.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth one is North America.
Good.
And then sixth one is Antarctica.
Antarctica. Good. Okay. Now, if you were to look closely at this map here, so you will find some tiny pieces of land also, which here it appears in the map as tiny, but they are also actually big. So you see these tiny pieces of land which are surrounded by water on all the side, like this Madagascar island, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
island.
huh? Or like over here you are having some smaller ones, Andaman and Nicobar Island. Getting it?
Yeah, Andaman and
Hmm.
Nicobar.
So if you were to look closely at the map, you will notice that not all the land is part of the continent. Not all the land is part of the continent. Some of them are smaller ones and they are covered, they are completely surrounded by water, and hence we call them as islands. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. While continents, if you were to look at them, they are also kind of surrounded by water only, right now. But the continents are much bigger pieces of land. Like this South America and Australia, they are also surrounded by land. But in comparison to these, no, they are much bigger. Okay, Sai?
Yeah.
So they are much larger and therefore not considered as island. So you can't call Australia as island. Although Australia is surrounded by water, but you can't call it as island. Because
Yeah.
for an island, it has to be smaller in size. And there are hundreds to thousands of islands on Earth, and they vary greatly in size. Okay, no?
Yeah.
And the fixed number of islands are not known. The fixed number of islands are not known. Like how many islands are there? Okay.
Yeah, there are unknown islands in there.
Mm. Right. So somewhere between hundred to thousands of islands are there on Earth. You see. In fact, it's quite more than that. Not only like thousands, but possibly could be in maybe to thousands right now. So
Yeah.
some estimates say that it could be between hundreds of thousands to possibly million islands. Also, some people say, but it depends upon how do we like. Some of them are very small also. Right now, some of them are extremely small. Getting it? Could be few meters in diameter only. Could be few meter wide only, like
Yeah.
5 6 meter wide only. So that is the thing. Okay. Talking about all the different islands over here, out of that you will see now that Greenland is the biggest island. The one that you see over here, this is called as Greenland.
Okay.
Okay. And Greenland is the biggest island in the world. It's so big that that you would need to combine the areas of the 10 largest states in India to match its size. Okay, na? Largest states in India are like you have got Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, you have Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, etc. So such 10 states when they will be combined together, so then that will be equal to Greenland. Okay. India alone has around 1300 small islands, while the two bigger group of islands uh, in the Indian Ocean, they are the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, that is in the Bay of Bengal, while Lakshadweep Island is in the Arabian Sea. Take a look at the map over here. One second. Hmm. This one is not showing it properly. Hold on. We must have a relevant diagram for it. Okay, anyways, see. I will try to draw it over here. Look here in this map. So I was saying that in the Bay of Bengal, we have Andaman and Nicobar Island. You see these pieces of land over here? These are Andaman and Nicobar Island in the Bay of Bengal. While there's another group of island that is the Lakshadweep Island that is over here in the Arabian Sea. Okay, question may be asked like where is the Lakshadweep situated? So Lakshadweep is in the Arabian Sea, while Andaman and Nicobar Island are in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, now Nicobar Islands. Since 1981, India has been exploring Antarctica, which is a continent with extreme cold climate. In 1983, India had set up a base. They have set up a scientific base called as Dakshin Gangotri. The purpose of this Dakshin Gangotri, that is a scientific base, have been to research the climate and understand the environment of Antarctica. Okay, na? Interestingly, this station has even a library and a post office also. Oh, that's an interesting thing that they have a library as well as a post office also. Okay, Sai. So where is Dakshin Gangotri situated? Hello. Yes, Sai. Am I audible to you? Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, I am audible to you, no?
Yeah.
Oh, you aren't
In,
responding.
in some error issues, we have to say that. Let's see. Repeat it.
I was saying where is Dakshin Gangotri situated?
No, no. The one more.
Hmm?
That's in the. Oh yeah. That's
I was discussing moments ago about Dakshin Gangotri. It's the India's first scientific base that has been situated in Antarctica in the year 1983. Dakshin
okay.
Gangotri is a scientific base where researchers go there. They would study about the climate of Antarctica, the kind of organisms that they live there. They try to
Yeah.
understand the environment of that place. Okay, and they have a library and a post office in it also. Okay, answer this question. Which is the largest island in the world?
Greenland.
Greenland. Very good. Okay. Now let's understand the important role of ocean in the environment. Okay. Previously, also we had learned about some of the important role of ocean in the
Yeah.
environment, right? So they
Yeah, and flora and fauna.
exactly they are home to wide variety of plants and animals also, right?
Yeah,
In
that's
fact,
called fauna and flora.
good, correct. Okay. So oceans play an important role in maintaining the climate and the weather. Hmm. In fact, they produce over half of the world's oxygen. What
Yeah.
usually people think that they are getting most of the oxygen from the plants only, but that is actually not true. We get more than half of the world's oxygen from ocean. That's really a very interesting thing. That's really a very interesting thing. Okay. So the question is like, how are we getting it? Is the water simply releasing it? Is the water body simply releasing the oxygen into the environment? No.
Yeah. No, no.
Actually, there are some organisms that are living in the water body that they are kind of tiny plants. Okay, na? So tiny plants called as phytoplankton. What do we call them?
Plant. Plant.
Phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons. So
Plant.
tiny plants called as phytoplanktons live in the ocean and make oxygen. Make oxygen during photosynthesis. During photosynthesis. Okay. So just like trees on the land will be giving out oxygen during the process of photosynthesis, so similarly, tiny plants called as phytoplanktons, they are found to be living in the water body and they release oxygen into the atmosphere. So more than 50% of the oxygen in the air, it's actually coming from these phytoplanktons. Understood now how important these oceans are because they are home to these phytoplanktons. Okay, Sai?
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
this is a very important fact. Okay, now make sure you memorize this thing. Okay, right. Then oceans
What?
are important. Yeah, tell me.
Phy- phy- Phytoplant.
Plankton. Yeah, these are very tiny plants. Okay, very small plants. Okay. Then oceans are an important part of Earth's water cycle also. Without the oceans, the water cycle will reduce. Like it won't happen actually. So
Yeah, rain will happen.
uh, so water evaporates from the oceans due to the sun's heat. Those water vapor rises up, it condenses and forms cloud, and then leads to rainfall. So without
Yeah.
oceans, there would be no rain, and the earth would become a desert. So imagine how important these oceans are, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oceans also produce more than half of the world's oxygen through their plant life. What plant life? You have just learned phyto plant.
Phytoplankton.
Repeat again, please.
Phytoplankton.
Phytoplankton. Good. So they are also called as planet's lungs also. Right now, oceans have earned the title as the planet's lungs also. Right. So this makes oceans crucial. Crucial means very important in regulating the climate and supporting life on Earth. Okay, now if today
Okay.
suppose if all the ocean were to evaporate, Earth would become a very hot planet. Right now, life
Okay.
wouldn't be possible on it. Right now, so Earth has a balance of everything. Getting it? Good.
Yeah.
And some researchers says that water on life on Earth actually originated from water. Some researchers says that there's a hypothesis that life on Earth originated from water. Actually, you know about
Yeah.
that? right
Their
now.
life starting from water.
Right, so life started from water.
Yeah, first mini organism are
Mm-hmm.
evolve and then come to the land and become a dinosaur and humans like that.
Millions of years ago, we say that many living organisms they were formed in the oceans, right
Yeah,
now.
that's make fish and
Mm.
land of dinosaur monkeys like that. Many of animal like uh many of
Mm-hmm.
what
So we see that many life forms they have said to have been originated from water.
yeah
Although this topic is still being researched upon, right? This is
yeah
something that is still being researched upon, right now.
yeah
Okay. Now let us understand about this topic over here. That is the impact of oceans on human history. So oceans have had a significant influence on humanity throughout the history. Like if I have to do migration, suppose if I have to move, suppose like back in the day when aeroplanes were not invented. So what was the mode of transport for us? It was ships now. Why the
yeah
ships
ships
used to exactly? So suppose from India if I have to go to Australia, huh?
yeah
So how else can I go? Can I construct a bridge? That is impossible, right now. So they simply I will take a boat and I will go there, right now.
yeah
Even today we can go via the boats, right now. So back in the day, oceans were particularly used for moving from one place to another. That was the most common route used. But today we
yeah
can simply take a flight. But suppose if we have to send some heavy loads, right now, if some
okay
heavy objects, heavy loads have to be sent, so basically cargo ships are used. You have seen in the cargo ships, like large containers will be put into the cargo ships. There are some ships that contains large containers only, and those large
yeah
containers have goods, important goods in them. Okay, right. So oceans have helped people in migration, in trade, in military campaigns also, and as a vital source of food through fishing also. Like in the oceans, military campaigns are also done where army of two people would be practicing. Military campaigns are done on the oceans where army of two country will be practicing with one another. They are not necessarily in a war with one another, but they are basically doing a mock drill, kind of mock drill, or you can say kind of practice. Getting
okay
what I'm trying to say.
yeah
Every year, like India would be participating in some military practices, military exercises, right now with other countries. So they are not real wars, but practice sessions to stay prepared and improve their teamwork on the oceans. Understood that?
okay
Good. Then coastal cultures around the world have been shaped by the sea, with many having stories and legends about the oceans, including sea gods, goddesses, monsters, and treasures. So particularly those peoples, like I should say, particularly the tribal peoples, right now. So the tribal peoples or peoples living in the coastal areas, they have had many stories and legends about the oceans, including the sea gods, including goddesses, monsters, and treasures. So they would
yeah
use to recite stories of like sea monsters or sea god to their children. Those stories were very popular among them. Getting it now, right?
yeah this time it's a proper is Leviathan.
Repeat again, please.
Yeah, in recent time, it's
Hmm.
proper Leviathan, she monster.
Hmm.
Sea monster.
Right. In cartoons, you might have seen such things, right?
Yeah,
Good. Okay. Many people would be worshipping the ocean also, right? If they were to be hit by the waves, right? If they were to be a flooding in their area due to the ocean, water coming into their homes or their areas, so they will think that the ocean god is unhappy with them. So they will
yeah,
offer some sacrifice to the water body. They will sacrifice some animal, or they will offer some food to the ocean in order to please it. Getting it? So such were the beliefs of the people, right? Like that. Or in order to protect the children from drowning, the young children, so they would recite stories like this, monster in the water, don't go near the water body. So kind of such things became uh, popular, right?
Yeah.
Okay, World Ocean Day and the importance of protecting our ocean. So every year, we celebrate World Ocean Day on of 8, right? So United
June.
Nation has made 8 June World Ocean Day. Okay,
World.
so why do we celebrate this? In order to remind us of the importance of oceans, as we had learned that they are called as lungs of our planet. They give us oxygen, they give us food also, and medicine, and they are vital part of Earth's life. Right now, we get different kind of food items. We get fish. We get different kind of seafood from the oceans. Right now,
Yeah.
there are several examples of seafoods that we get from the ocean. Okay,
Yeah, like crab, fish,
crabs are there, lobsters are there, fishes
yeah,
are there,
lobsters,
prawns
prawn,
prawns are there, sea urchins are there. So we
yeah,
have a long
fish.
list of sea urchins, right? Okay. So millions of people would be eating these seafoods, right? But unfortunately, human activities are now polluting the ocean. Okay, there's so much of plastic uh, so much of plastic waste is being thrown into the ocean. Many of the aquatic
Yeah,
animals are being harmed of it.
yeah, destroyed.
Exactly, you might have seen videos where people would be taking out the straw from the nose of the tortoises. Such kind of videos you
Yeah,
might have seen. Okay, they get
yeah,
entangled in the fishing nets
yeah,
right now. So you would have seen such photos or videos where the fishing net has strangled the neck of some animals,
yeah,
and people.
grills. Yeah,
Exactly,
trap in grills.
exactly. Right. So we are dumping millions of tons of plastic every year into the water, and that is actually harming the marine life. Okay. While other than that, there's some other types of pollution also. Like we are releasing harmful chemical substances into the water body also, or when
Yeah,
overfishing will be done, so that will also damage the ocean environment. Right now, suppose there's a fish A. Suppose there's a fish A which is being eaten by fish B. Right now, so
yeah,
fish B heavily relies on eating the fish A in order to survive. Fish
okay,
B is actually dependent on fish A. It will eat it in order to survive. But if suppose there has been overfishing of fish A, overfishing has been done. So thereby, what will happen? The survival of fish B will become very difficult now,
yeah, yeah, very difficult.
because the food of it is basically being overfished. Right? That
Yeah,
is the so hence it's the shared responsibility. It's a collective responsibility of everyone to protect the ocean so that in the future our planet can be a habitable place. It can be a habitable place. Okay,
yeah,
right. So we can conclude all the discussions we have made here that Earth is covered by a vast water body known as ocean, and then there are large land masses on Earth called as continents. While continents are large land masses, but other than continents, we have learned that there are some smaller land mass also called as islands, right now,
islands.
which are surrounded by water on all the sides. Okay, then all the oceans are actually interconnected. They are not separate from one another, right?
Yeah,
So they form continuous body of water actually. Right now, they form continuous body of water. Right, that is one thing. And at some places, the oceans do not meet one another. They appear to be not meeting one another because of the difference in the density. Like one is having salt water, one is having another mineral composition. Like
okay,
take a look at this image over here. See, here you are having seawater, and here is the fresh water, right? So seawater and fresh water, you will see that they seem not to mix with each other,
yeah,
because the
I think,
water in each ocean has different density, different temperature, or different amount of salt in them.
yeah,
So it appears like these are two oceans that are standing side by side without meeting, even though they slowly mix over time, but they appear to be not mixing here. Okay.
okay,
But necessarily, what we have basically learned that actually of them are kind of combined with one another. They are interconnected, we can say.
Yeah.
Okay. Then oceans can be counted in different ways, right? But the most commonly accepted number is seven, we have discussed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Then we discussed that the northern hemisphere contains more amount of continents, contains more land than the southern hemisphere.
yeah, and
Right?
the largest land.
Exactly. In oceans, we have learned they are home to a large number of marine life, and they play an important role in regulating the world's climate. Okay.
Yeah.
But right now, they are under serious threat due to human activities. We are dumping so much of plastic in the ocean.
Yeah.
We are dumping so much
So
of
many
chemical
players
waste.
destroyed.
Hmm. Every year, we get to hear news of oil spills. Right now,
Yeah.
if a tanker is carrying oil in it, suppose right now this tank has oil in it, and if suppose due to some accident this oil is spilled in the water, so oil will spread, oil will spread over a large area now, right?
Yeah.
So oil will spread over a large area, and what will happen, it will block the entry of sunlight. Right now it will reflect the sunlight
Yeah.
won't enter. So if sunlight won't enter, so the aquatic plants over here, they can't carry out photosynthesis, so they will die.
Yeah.
Understanding it? So it will damage the aquatic habitat too. So there's an
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah. Damn. So many animals, aquatic animals, because of there is no sunlight.
Correct. In fact, many of the aquatic animals, they will be covered with the oil, so they may die because of that also, right?
Yeah.
Many of them might consume the oil also accidentally, right? So
Yeah.
because of that also they will die. So human activities have caused so much of damage. They have caused immense damage to the aquatic life. So thereby, although people are doing some conservation efforts also, you might have also have seen such videos where people would be taking out plastics from the oceans. What they will do, they will lay a large plastic collecting unit like that, and this will be basically pulled by a ship. A ship will be, or a small boat will be pulling it, okay, no? And in that all
And
the plastic garbage will be collected.
yeah, and that's very dangerous.
It is dangerous, but it is somewhat effective also.
Yeah, because of so many fish are trapped in them.
Hmm. Very good point you have mentioned, because like many fishes also get trapped in it. huh? But for the bigger good, we will have to do this. For the bigger good, we have to do this. There isn't any other option right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Same method is can also be used to clean the rivers also. In many places, same method have been used actually, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like that. So here we have completed the chapter. Okay, now we are in a position to do some questions. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Answer this.
Asia and then Arctic.
Arctic, good.
Wha- What is main reason? What is main reason of seawater being salty? River runoff to salt.
River runoff of salt.
Salt.
Very good.
How many major ones are in there? Investigation article. Seven.
Seven.
The large powerful waves causes the undersea attack. Tsunami.
Very good.
The Dash Ocean is the largest specific.
Hmm. Pacific.
The dash is massive waves stable. Tsunami.
That is tsunami. Good.
The
Next,
process of vapor. The process of each
tsunami spelling starts
water
with a
cycle.
T, by the way. Okay, no?
Yeah. Water cycle.
Which water vapor turns into liquid water It's saying water vapor turns into liquid water. Be careful. Water vapor, like water
What?
is in the gaseous state, and from the gas it is converting into liquid.
Yeah.
So what is that process called as?
Called
Mm-hmm.
rain.
Isn't it condensation? When
Yeah,
water converts from
condensation. Ah, condensation.
condensation. Good.
Yeah.
Next